In enemy territory, a campfire gives warmth, but the cold gives protection. Shadow Clan's code for warriors of peace.
A warrior of peace is always ready to set out on the road. Your path leads to the Gellian Tunnel. Alright, Woden Road, an ancient way that leads from the city of Woden to the Triple Menhir through the Gellian Tunnel. Lo Fang, that's it. You walk out of the city gates. Ahead lies the Gellian Tunnel, the shortest way south. The temple hymn sung by the redhead still echoes in your ears. For the first time in 30 years, you remember your mother's tears the day you were taken for training in the Shadow Temple. Why did nothing stir inside you when you came back to take your brother in several years' time? Why did your family home seem strange? Why were you unmoved by your mother's tears? Why does your heart ache now, all of a sudden? Put the thoughts out of your mind or reminisce. Let's reminisce. To free someone of pain, one must understand its nature. What wounded you in Woden? The children among the prisoners looked at you with terror and curiosity, pointing their fingers, even smiling. It's how your brother looked when you came for him, before he knew the fate that awaited him. Your younger brother didn't know that you were brothers no longer. All Shadow Clan warriors are equal. There is no brother or friend, no notion of age. You are the building blocks of the Shadow Temple. Pushed aside your mother and struck your father as he tried to stop your hand. His memories hurt deep in your chest. You struggle to name the feeling. Is it shame? The dark arch of the Gellian Tunnel looms ahead. Just before the entrance, you see a steel machine straddling an iron road, a relic from the times of yore. The tunnel is the shortest way south. A noise behind you makes you turn around. No surprise. Some of the fugitives followed you south to the tunnel currently guarded by Frisian soldiers. Remarkably, there isn't a single male among the fugitives. However, the women carry weapons, and the red-haired Reet is one of them. Do they hope the guards are busy herding fugitives in the vicinity of Woden? So we can give them a warning, drive them away, or pay no attention. I think we warned them. You raise a hand to the fugitives, indicating they should not follow you. The women stand still but are in no rush to disperse. A Frisian detachment intercept you before the tunnel. You address the officer. I need to get to Gelia. Start the machine. Neither of us want needless deaths here. The Frisian blinks at you and draws his sword. With all due respect, Eikon, Frisians have dignity too. You won't pass while there's at least one of my men standing. You gather that you shouldn't be too pushy offering the guards their lives. Suddenly you sense unnatural heat. Something glows in the redhead's hands. Could these be magic battle cards? The woman is full of surprises. There's movement at the tunnel entrance. You can't let the Frisians start the machine before you get to it. It's time to remove an obstacle. The fugitives draw their weapons and stand beside you. Whatever happens, They chose it. Very well then. I guess we're making friends. Alright. So we got 2 archers. Spear. Nope, that's not the button I wanted. Spears, hammer, whatever hammer man is. Hammer woman? I don't know. And we know what an assassin is. Okay. Well, here we go then. Okay. Let's see. 23, 25, 23. 18, 18. Okay, I'm gonna want my archers lined up with their archers. Probably have my hammer person up there. Alright, well, I think we'll roll with this then. What do we have for cards? Swap health and energy of all enemy units and all party members. Reduce defense by 15. Wow. Not gonna be using that. That one should come in handy later. Alright, first things first. Body bag the archers. Or not. Ow. Fine, all I can do is take him out. Apparently we're going to do this the hard way then. So what does she do? Wow, okay. fucking pikemen. Okay, fine. I shouldn't have put Reet out there. Alright, well. Let's see, both the bowmen are still up. Nope. That button. Chief, all enemy unit now. No, that would be kind of bad. Get that guy. Do that. No, I don't think I'm quite ready to do that yet. Ow. Problem is now my other bow person is gonna. Yep. Saw that coming. that's worth it for a kill. Yeah, of course, he's going to go after her. That might almost be worthwhile. It isn't worthwhile, but it's almost worth it. Okay, who's left? That guy. Can't get to him. Time to take the health boost. All right. I think I'm going to pull this off. I just like to avoid any further casualties. Stunned, then he's not gonna do anything. Okay, let's take... Take that guy out. Yeah, that worked. You know what? He's only got 2 health, so we got him. Yay, only 1 casualty. Two casualties. You glance at the machine in the aftermath, but there's no reason to worry. The mechanics hide in a hut perched on the shoulder of the mountain. A Frisian official sticks his head out of the carriage and disappears inside again. The fugitives who helped you during the fight wait patiently for you to speak or act. You walk to the mouth of the tunnel in silence. The young women follow you in kind. Shop, carriage. Alright, let's talk to the fugitives. The tall, dark-skinned woman turns to you. In my opinion, we should kill every last Frisian and manage the machine ourselves. I think it's only a matter of moving a lever or two. A very attractive woman, who obviously knows it, winks at you. Don't know about the machine, but every man has a lever that moves him wherever you want, if you know how to find it. Is it the same way for you, Eikon? The inner workings of the Eikons are the same, you reply, forcing a smile. But you can no more command an Eikon than make the world revolve around you. You'll hurt yourself. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Reply, drive the women away, end conversation. Let's reply. You can tell that the dark-skinned woman has had military training. An oaf might break a priceless sword, or hurt himself with it. You say, think twice before walking on a precipice. A gust of wind will blow you off the edge. Kendi runs her fingers through her hair, confused. I don't get it. The levers look hard to break. You'd have to know how to do it. And I don't see a precipice. With this, she walks to the side. I thought that Eikons were tight-lipped, Shannon says with a caustic smile. A word to the wise. The talkative ones are usually impotent. Trust me, I know. Shannon turns away and starts climbing the machine. You give her fair warning. If you do break the machine, I'll kill you. Hey, it's nothing complicated, the woman tells you. When I was a kid, I used to travel on the Gordon ferry with my dad. The ferry ran on a steam engine, too. The wood goes here, the water's poured here. It's already set to go. I just can't move the levers. Damn, I thought I was strong enough. The woman waits for a word of approval. Perhaps something more. All she gets is a cool warning. If you aid me, expect no reward or glory. Most importantly, do not cross me. Shannon turns around. Your gaze drains the color from her cheeks. Obediently, she climbs down from the machine. She's not stupid, then. Let's check for the Frisian official. You open the carriage door and, one-handedly, haul out the Frisian. He won't know how to operate the machine, but you could question him. You just don't want the fugitives to get in the way. Alright, who is the machine set up for? The masked Frisian can barely speak. It is waiting for your master, Eikon. You serve Pelko Satori and Woden, or no longer? You shall not escape vengeance. You press the tip of your sword to the official's chin. Answer my questions. Say only what's relevant. Do you think Frisians have no honor? sputtered the Frisian. It's the Shadow Clan that's forgotten what honor is. Wow. Cut off his hand, cut off his ear, or cut his chest. I think if we cut his chest, he's gonna die, isn't he? Gonna die anyway. One quick slice is enough to cut in the Frisian's chest. Whining in pain and clutching his bleeding wound, he collapsed to his knees. You lift the official's chin with the tip of your sword yet again. What shall I find in the tunnel and beyond? Reet approaches you. Nobody deserves to be tortured, she says in a low voice. If you're going to kill him, do it. Pain for pain's sake is inhuman. I'm going to listen to her. You size up the redhead. She has just had a close brush with death, and here she is pitying a Frisian who's never had to do the same for her. Her words echo in your head. This is the Frisian way. Pain for pain's sake. It is Frisia's foundation. Reet clenches her teeth. I'm Quimram. My people kill, but they do not torture. Here in Frisia, it is the temple's domain. Its laws are not human laws. Finish him off or proceed with the torture. We're going to put him out of his misery. You swing your sword for the third time, and the Frisian keels over. Clenching his sliced throat, he jerks in agony. Reet brushes the sweat from her brow. If a person becomes lowlier than an animal, he loses all humanity. It's pointless to question those who won't answer, she says under her breath. I hope you'll find me worthy of a painless death. You wipe your sword clean and return it to its scabbard. Reet's face is drawn. She awaits her deserved death, though very few people ever find the nerve to confront a warrior of peace. Okay then. Alright, well, let's go knock on the workshop door. You walk up to the hut where the mechanics are hiding and knock on the door. 4 Frisians emerge. They have nowhere to run. Judging by their faces, they saw the outcome of your conversation with the official. You look the mechanics up and down. Whichever one of you starts the machine and takes me to the other side of the tunnel may live. Severe punishment awaits those who aid you, such that death will appear a blessing, one of the Frisians says apprehensively. Let's threaten them before we have to kill anybody else. You draw your sword and press it to the Frisian's throat and repeat your question. The man stutters, but no answer comes out. You slit his throat and wave your bloody weapon at the remaining mechanics. One of the Frisians gulps nervously, obvious despite his black beard. Tentatively, he raises his hand. I can start the engine and take you to the other side of the tunnel, but mark my words, you'll have to fight your way through. If I do this, my life is forfeit. They call me Doom, if you care. With 2 more stabs of your sword, 2 more Frisians tumble dead to the ground. You address the surviving mechanic, who's now pale with fright. Doom, get the engine ready to start. Don't try to fool me. You can't hide from the Shadow Clan. Remember that you've chosen to live. Brutal. Alright, well, let's talk to Reet again. The redhead, whose temple hymn performance impressed you so much, shakes with anger, waiting for a chance to unleash it upon you. She won't say anything new, but you'll probably need the aid of her and her companions to get through the tunnel. Reet looks you straight in the eye. What would you do had I finished off that wretched Frisian, the one you tortured beside the machine? Would I pay with my life for interfering with your plans? Reed's eyes are daggers. My kin, the Quimra, aren't exactly wandering healers and well-doers, but I'll always say that you must not inflict pain for pain's sake. Let's reply. Something makes you reply. I'll kill you if you stand in my way. However, I do not relish pain for its own sake. Do not meddle, and we shall part ways peacefully. Reed shrugs. Why choose the worst? Evil inclinations infect you with evil. You can slice bread with a dirty knife, but it won't be good to eat. Oh, you can eat bread sliced with a dirty knife. Some eat the flesh of their enemies while they're still alive. With this, you leave Reed to her thoughts. Check the carriage. You silently approach the carriage and peek through the window. Two of the fugitives are hunched inside. One of them wipes tears from her face. The other comforts her. It appears that they're talking about you. You should probably listen in. The wenches are stuck with you until you're through the tunnel. Bola puts an arm around the other woman's shoulders. It's going to be all right, Swarty. The worst is behind us. We weren't nailed to the scaffold, tortured to death, or sent to lands unknown. That's all in the past now. Swarty shudders. And what of the future? Did you see that Eikon? He is worse than the Inquisitors. Carved that Frisian like a pig. Okay, so we can stand still and watch, take a step toward them, or turn and eavesdrop. Let's take a step toward them. Swarty squeals in terror. He's coming! And you were saying that we should join him. I'm so scared I'm gonna faint. Bola pulls Swarty aside. There's no other way. There's death wherever you look. We should join the Eikon. He's our only hope of getting out of here. You ponder this. The fugitives, it seems, hope for your protection. They must be crazy. You need no burdens or aid. Once through the tunnel, you'll part ways with them. Alright, well, let's do that and talk to Doom. You climb into the carriage and take a seat with a perfect view of the surroundings. Just as you expected, the wenches follow you. They procured some supplies. The rumbling of the engine makes them cringe. Doom shows up carrying several oil lamps. The tunnel is dark, he shouts. We'll need the lamps. There's an outpost halfway in and we'll have to negotiate passage. Reed says something under her breath, eyes still glued to you. You read her lips. Oh, we'll negotiate. You silently signal Doom to start the engine. There's been too much talk already, but you'll have to speak to the women sooner or later. They're stuck with you until you reach the tunnel's exit. Alright, well, onward we go. Stretch of the Woden Road running through the tunnel hewn into the mountains. A true surviving legacy of the great ancestors who lived before the day of divine retribution. Chugga chugga choo choo! Doom stops the engine for a minor repair. Without the distracting noises, your thoughts drift back to Reed. Does she truly pity her enemies? Death came as a relief to that Frisian. What does she know of endless agony that makes you beg for death? What does she know of starvation and sleep deprivation, and of the exhaustion of combat training? Does she know how children are made into Shadow Clan warriors? They never complain or cry. It's forbidden. Designs, which instill foreigners with awe, are cut into the Eikon children's skin with a knife and treated with a caustic poultice, prolonging the pain for several weeks. These children are beaten for the slightest of offenses, even crying and smiling. What does the redhead know of torture? None of them are the same. Their teachers gave them pets to care for, and then, after a while, demanded they kill them. New pets were given, which they were forced to torture and kill, while showing no emotion. Then came the foreigners' turn. They did the same to adults and children alike, torturing and murdering, staying cool and composed. Torture and murder, leaving behind revulsion and bloodlust, rising above horror and hatred of their teachers, rekindled now after so many years of calm. Doom pokes his head into the carriage, jolting you from your musings. "It's done! We're ready to go. The next stop is the cave outpost, a short way from here. We'll restock on wood and refill the water tank. There's usually a small guard, though. Stop the machine and leave the rest to you." "Okay, then. You're a warrior of peace. When the river of life bends, you go with the flow." Doom shrugs and gets to the engine. The engine noise is soon replaced by the squeak of the wheels. A dim light appears ahead. Onward we go. The machine stops, and you and your companions jump out of the carriage. You don't see any guards around, despite expecting their number to be double the normal. Doom scratches his head. "That's weird. Not a single watchman in sight. They're either gone, or assembled in the cave where they store the wood and water, the only sheltered place. Wonder why no one came out, though. They should have heard us coming." You look back to your companions, and they're already coming, weapons drawn. You need not say a word. Okay. Assign duties. Oh, well, it's a good time to level up anyway. Well, that's all we got. Alright, off we go. On the other side of this door are much needed supplies and Frisian guards that you could do without. You tell the fugitives to wait for your signal, open the door, and enter the cave. Armed Frisians are inside, but they're not in a hurry to attack you. Of course, they wouldn't know what happened in Woden just yet. You wonder why they're hiding here, so you decide to talk to them first. Their sergeant steps forward and looks you over. "You're an Eikon, right? Do you serve Pelko Soturi? Give him our best regards." "Wait, wasn't a different official supposed to come with you? Do you know where he is?" "Since you're here, though, it doesn't matter." It's clear as day that someone's paid the local guards to kill the person in whose stead you came. Such are northerners. If they didn't squabble among themselves so much, they'd have conquered Burkana long ago. However, it's not your concern. You're facing another obstacle. At your command, your warrior wenches file into the cave. The sergeant's face hardens. What's this ragtag entourage? I see they're armed. If you betrayed Frisia, for that you'll be quartered. Boys, kill these traitors! And here I was hoping we could do this without having to get in a fight. Like, have the ladies hide, negotiate, and then you negotiate, and then you kick some ass. Oh well. Two crossbowmen. Right, I'm going to position him right here. My assassin. Her there, and my hammerman over here. Alright, we'll try that. Shoot. Okay, let's buff his defense. And I guess I'll do that then. Not what I wanted to do. Her, pick on the big guy. It's not helpful. Save the big health knockouts for later. There's a handy little counter there. Okay, take a slight health hit with her. Let's go ahead and wait. Yeah. Stun this guy. Maybe health would be more useful, but well. Good! Finally somebody targeting the person I want targeted. Shoot, I'm not going to be able to take him out. Perfect, I can stun him. Okay, so now he's done. What can I do? Perfect. That's well worth it. Ow. Got let's do the one that doesn't actually kill her or do damage, since we can get a kill that way. So now him we're going to have to take out the hard way. Not good. I see. Who's left? Oh, just her. I'll buff her defense and move her forward then. Ow. Great. This guy's really starting to piss me off. defensive victory there. After the battle, you tell Doom to attend the engine while you return to the tunnel. One of the women, Swarty, lingers by one of the dead Frisians. Perhaps she's looting the body. You choose to turn a blind eye and deal with it later, if necessary. That's a lot of conversations. Okay, let's assign... Main thing is, let's assign some skill points here. Alright. Well, let's start by talking to Swarty. What did you find? Didn't Kendi search the bodies? Why disturb the dead? One of the Frisians moaned. Flash of consciousness just before he died. He was asking for water. Did he say anything else? He was raving. They were to ambush and kill a particular count, he said, but didn't expect to run into an Eikon. Their employer still waits at the end of the tunnel. He also mumbled something about a legion. Legions? You leave in silence. Pelko Soturi foresaw this attempt on his life. You'll find out if the ambushes are prepared for counterattacks soon enough. Let's talk to Kendi. You approach the dark-skinned fugitive. Broad-shouldered and impudent-looking, she's the last person in need of comfort. I don't need your pity if that's what you're offering. Aren't the Eikons pitiless? Go with I need your help. Did I hear right? I thought we're all a burden to you. A blanket doesn't make your luggage lighter, but it makes the night warmer. What? Did you see something useful? Or is that good old lust? Okay, never, ever, ever tell an angry woman to calm down. But that's what I'm going to do here. What do you want from me, Eikon? Spit it out. I served as a bodyguard for several years until my master caught me in bed with his wife. Oh, she doesn't swing that way, apparently. I was thrown into a dungeon on account of his untimely death. As you can tell, I'm not big on chit-chat. We'll go through the tunnel all together. Maintain order and don't let your companions loot. Keep a watchful eye on them. One of them may be the temple servant's spy. If that's your opinion, why don't you kill us all? No burden, no menace. I prefer to keep my enemies close. Furthermore, we fought side by side. Reasonable? Let's talk to Reed. One of the young warriors' maxim comes to mind. A woman leaves nothing to chance, even if she attributes a lot to it. You keep looking at me. Did you want to talk? I didn't think it was in the Eikon's nature. What brings a bandit from Frisia to the steppe? I was taught that words and swords require equal precision. When you say brings, you deny my free will. Frisians are the only ones who call the Quimera bandits, and you're not Frisian. Still, I'll answer you. I came to Frisia looking for wisdom, but at a very unfortunate time. I want to go back to my tribe. And how do you expect me to... Actually, how did you come by the magic cards? You should know that these cards were only crafted by the Quimera in the last 700 years. But the cards came with the reaping. The Enzes brought them. Between reapings, they're useless. An able sorcerer will always have use for them, especially during a reaping. As for the Quimera, the blood of both Enzes and Bergens flows in our veins. This should explain much. Do you expect me to help you? I merely hope that we can be travel companions. If your destination is the Isle of Shadows, we're headed the same way. We could be useful to each other. I doubt it. Remind me of this conversation if we travel together. I know a shortcut. I need to consider that. The noise coming from the engine isn't very thought-inducing. There's not much further to go. The tunnel ends soon. I like the sound of we. Okay, well, let's talk to Bola. You find Bola hunched over the altar. The woman has clearly found something, and is either examining it or deciding what to do with it. You shove your sword into its scabbard to get her attention. Bola jerks upright and slowly turns, slipping something into her bodice. Alright, what'd you find? Did you find anything interesting? You ask, looking into the woman's serene face. Bola shakes her head and cringes. She pulls magic plaques from her bodice. Cursing, she puts them on the altar. You examine the brightly colored magic cards. This woman's a go-getter if ever there was one. Bola cringes, feeling her breast. What are you looking at, Eikon? You should look at the boobs blazes get you. Didn't you know? Here they are. Happy now? Did that burn? The battle cards must feel hot now. Didn't you used to live in the street? Did you steal from your clients? I didn't steal anything from you. Aren't these my rightful spoils? Belongs to the finder, and that's me. I like while we walk together, we share in everything. What do you share with the others? I'm not good at sharing. I'm greedy. Taking on all Frisians practically by myself. These cards are weapons. Use them, don't hoard them. All right, have them. Take this too. Careful, it got heated up too. It's an encrusted Inquisitor's insignia. Could have bought a house in Burkana with this. I hope you appreciate my honesty. Yeah, we can use some Strixes, that's for sure. Alright, let's talk to Doom. Doom poured several bucketfuls of water into the mechanism. Now he's fetching wood. The ancients harnessed the power of fire and boiling water to rotate the metal wheels. Some would have believed it witchcraft. You can't think I hope to fool you. Should have done what that official had done in the tunnel entrance. Now my life is forsworn. I've no other choice but to flee. Where are you going to flee? Wherever my feet will carry me. Not much choice, though. Gallia is almost part of Frisia. Only the Quimera thrive in the hungry steppe. Only the bandits in the Vale of Mercy. Looks like I'll have to walk all the way to Burkana. Just one question. No matter where you are, there's only one way to the Vale of Mercy. Will you let me come with you? I've fought in the Balduranian War and put my sword skills to the test many times. Only if you fight beside me. I will, Eikon. I have a question, though. These girls traveling with you, are all very fine looking. Are any unmarried? That's 2 questions in a row, and time is of the essence. Please hurry up and fix the engine. New member has joined the party. Oh, and he's already got a skill point. Alright, and talk to Shannon. Leaving already. Yes, because everyone does. Better early than late, pretty face. Why did you follow Kendi? You're a smart one, Eikon. We all followed Kendi because she acts like a warlord. Always making the right decision, keeping her word. Now, Kendi followed Reet. You ask me why? I tell you. Every warlord needs a king. Or queen. Things are as they are. Right, who picked you? Yes, the ladies are a fine bunch. Even Swarty the Wimp is good with her bow. A hunter's daughter she is. Like all of us, she's had to kill. It was a long way from Gordon. We got to know each other. Those able to stand up for themselves sort of stuck together. This isn't enough. You wouldn't have made it through the tunnel without me. We haven't made it yet. Don't forget that a woman's strength has nothing to do with her willingness to use a man. Okay. Right, what are all of you going to do now? We all have our own plans, but we'll stick together until we find a place where they don't pull harlots off the street to torture them for a festival. If this is indeed a reaping, there will be no safe havens. Stay on guard, Shannon. I'm always on my guard, Eikon. Those who aren't are already dead. Every dead man used to be alive. Right then. Alright, well, now that the machine is ready, saddle up, move him out. Onward through the tunnel we go. The machine slows down. Doom's swearing tells you that something's gone wrong again. You close your eyes, remembering a gray-haired, yet able-bodied warrior ascending to the altar of the Shadow Temple. He could have served for many years to come. He had no family, no offspring. Instead, he cut his own throat at the altar, washing the sacred stone in his blood. It was done for a single purpose, so younger warriors could inherit the sacrificial stones embedded in his body, one of which would contain the spirit of its previous master. That day, you locked gazes with the gray-haired warrior, despite not wanting to. His eyes were pools of pain, not physical pain, but spiritual. His very soul was in agony. Let's reminisce. The pain didn't go away even when he was dead. When the priests cut the sacrificial stones from his body and removed his head to put in a ritual vessel. You looked at the warrior and saw yourself. The pain you felt was as if someone very close to you had given up his life on the altar. When it was your turn to lie on the blood-stained altar, the priests cut your skin and inserted a clean strix meant to harbor your soul like a vessel, until one day it would leave you in the exact same way. Doom climbs into the carriage, his face creased with worry. He leans down to address you. I had to stop the machine. Just the engine being temperamental. What worries me is the tunnel exit. Normally there are 3 guards, but if the commander of the 2nd Legion is still there, I'd expect no fewer than 10 men. Well, all right then. Doom is clearly trying to please you, so you nod. You still need him, not least of all for stopping the machine when the time comes. Doom chuckles approvingly. God's willing, we'll manage. I have my own bone to pick with those guards. They treat us mechanics like dirt. I've had enough. You follow Doom with your gaze and slide your sword from its scabbard. There's now a burn mark where a Strix used to be. You suddenly realize that it's a weakness. Kendi calls out to you. Hey, Eikon, you can rely on us. We're ready to fight. You remain silent. You have no need for any of them, but they can try to save their own lives. Well, moving right along then. Alright. Party it up. Oh, hey. I've got a whole bunch of cards in the deck. So is the one I really don't want. That one. No. I like that one. Probably, yep, alright. Okay, let's go with this. Oh crap, there's a Reaper. You stop your company before the tunnel exit. The Reaper you defeated in Woden is silhouetted against it. So far, he seems focused on the tall Palian. The bearskin-clad warrior prepares to attack. Join the battle. Waiting won't get you anywhere. Drawing your sword, you order your companions to attack. Palian nods with a wolfish smile when you stand next to him. Alright. So what can this guy do? 24 damage. 8 damage. Okay, so yeah, I like having Lopeng go first. So we can take out 2 real quick. Okay, so he gets health back when he gets a kill. Interesting. Let's get her some health back. Not the guy I wanted to target, but oh well. So every time he kills somebody, Wish I had a heal option. I might regret this. Great, now I can start filling this clown full of arrows. I hope. Oh boy. Alright, round 3, fight. Dude, quit picking on my archer. I don't know about this. I should have run her instead. Okay. This is not pretty, but I think it's gonna work. Let's just upgrade my defense a little bit. That was a slugfest to the end. You have time for a short rest. You aim to reach the Isle of Shadows as soon as possible. To do that, you'll likely have to separate from your chance companions. Well, let's have words with everyone, I suppose. Alright. You're parted with the machine as if it were a horse. The iron road ends here, and the Gellian paths don't suit it. The Eikons care about horses, then. That's already something. I just realized I'm not really Frisian anymore. I spilt the blood of my kinsmen. They wouldn't have spared me either, though. Which path will you pick for your company? Do you even think of us that way? You can't skirt the triple men here in any case. There are 3 different ways leading there. What's wrong with the mountain path? The Gels. There are too many of them. There's also the vile Black Temple. Apart from that, both the cursed and northern ravines are passable for a fearless soul. Fear is of no consequence. Right, how about the Hungry Path? True enough, but there are Frisian patrols on the Quimera Path and the Hungry Path. We should also be vigilant when passing the Red Market. It's not as difficult as it seems. But the Woden Road is usually deserted. Can't skirt the triple men here. The Frisians made camp by the open sepulchre. The legions may not have arrived just yet, but there'd be even enough guards without them. I have no intention of going around the triple men here. One way is enough. We should set out then. It's been a while since I've ridden a horse. Okay. Let's gear our company there. And everybody's injured. Almost. Okay. Should probably rest for a night. Okay, and back to talking to everyone. Starting with Reet. The red-haired girl took down the Reaper. You should talk to her before you set out. Are you alright? You don't look well. That Reaper got me. I think he cursed me. But I'm holding on for now. How'd you manage to take down the Reaper? I attached a Strix to that arrowhead. The Strix came from my own flesh. Unlike Shadow Clan warriors, we Quimera don't have handfuls of them scattered around our bodies. Plus, they're regular Strixes, not sacrificial stones. What were you saying about his death? All I know is that he can be killed. I don't know how, but there is someone who should. I don't have time to look for the sage. Are you a witch? Does swinging a sword instantly turn you into a warrior? I'm a Quimran, so by that thinking I should have many skills. Alright, well, farewell for now. I'm going south. Your home island is a long way away. The Reaper isn't done with you. You wounded him, and he'll track you down unless I intervene. We Quimera know some shortcuts. Would you like to arrive on your island much faster? Are Quimeran horses especially fast? What's the trick here? It's required to use your shortcut. Is it as short as you claim? It can be transported from one menhir to another in a heartbeat. In return, you'll have to bear with my companions who are desperate to leave Frisia. Be prepared to spill a bit of human blood to step on my path. It's all the same to me. As you wish, even if it's a mask that's become your face. I don't know why that decreased my loyalty, but whatever. Wasn't my intention to pour my heart out to you. Take my advice instead. Talk to the warrior that attacked the Reaper. Few can even stand in the Reaper's presence, but this one delivered blows. Warriors of such quality are hard to come by. Okay, well, let's talk to Palion. Where are you headed now, Palion? In my country, we usually introduce ourselves. They call me Ruhr. What am I saying? You're an Eikon. You should be grateful that you've spoken to me at all. To answer your question, I don't have much choice. There are many roads, but they lead in the same direction. What took you so far away from the sea? A man eats wherever he can. My kinsmen found me too hot-tempered, so I left. The Palians are not the great people they once were. Are the Frisians any better? A rotten folk if there ever was one. You do their dirty work and they take advantage of you. What were you hoping to find down here? Hoping to find luck. What else would a Palian chase so far inland? Took a job to kill Kark, one of the commanders. Bit off more than I could chew. And then this filth showed up. Barely escaped with my life. Who's your employer? Another commander, Norse. See, there are two commanders on this side of the mountain, and each wants to take the Frisian legions for himself, so I ran before the hounds, in a manner of speaking. Why did you take on a Reaper? A Reaper? That's what it was? Thought it was a Frisian bloated from all the eating. Do you happen to know where the Frisian legions are? As far as I know, they march south down the Baldarian road. They'll await their commanders, or commander, by the Frisian road at the open sepulchre. Where is this second commander? You mean Norse? He's actually commander number 3. Kark, the man that was here, is number 2. Commander number 1 is Pelko Soturi. He was supposed to ride out of Woden and pass through here. Norse paid for his assassination and then went to the Triple Menhir. Pilgrimage, you see. How much are commanders going for these days? What can I say? Neither of them wanted to pay up front. Got a feeling I'll get nothing for this. That's enough talk. If you have no questions, I have one. Where are you headed? I was thinking of going to Burkana. There's no return to Frisia for me. I like your jolly ladies' squad, in many ways, if you know what I mean. Come with you, unless you're averse to my company. I'm not averse. Jolly good. I guess that makes you my commander. Great. Let's talk to Swarty. Are you hurt? Why didn't you say something? I've got an ulcer on my neck, but Reet says it's not the bad disease. It's the reaping's mark. She gave me a little stone to ease the pain, but it won't last, apparently. We'll see. This little stone is called a strix. I used to wonder why they make jewelry with these pebbles. Turns out they're somehow sourced from the menhirs and used in temple rituals. The reaping has come, Eikon. That's what the redhead said when we were in sight of Woden. The reaping! What else did she say? Why ask me? Go pick her brain. I didn't understand all of it. Something about the very last reaping, I gather. Everyone could die. Everyone. You don't say anything to Swarty as you examine the bluish sore on the nape of her neck. Something was written about it in the ancient manuscripts. The great ancestress of the clan and their first teacher warned about something like this. Does anyone else have ulcers? Why don't you go and check? Shouldn't be a chore to examine us lasses. As far as I know, I'm the only one that has it. But everyone's going to get it unless we stock up on strixes. You can't help but think that the strixes inside your body seem overheated for a reason. Who's your leader? Kendi, of course. She's kind and gentle, and clever. Only Reed is more so. That's why she doesn't want to be leader. Still, Kendi listens to her. It occurs to you that the name of their leader is of no consequence. You've been too chatty. You've strayed from the way of the warrior of peace for a moment. It's all clear to me now, then. What do you want to know? Ask away. I've got nothing to hide. Can even take my clothes off if you'd like. I've never done it with an Eikon. You turn around and leave. Alright, let's go talk to Bola. You haven't noticed until now. Bola's features are vaguely Burkanan. Your eyes will fall out, Eikon. Gawk at Shannon, she likes that. I get the creeps when you stare at me like that. I have no interest in Shannon. Don't say it out loud or she'll claw your eyes out, Eikon or not. Consider me a blind man, then. Are you headed for Burkana? I can't wait to leave the land where they want to rip you apart on a temple servant's unreasonable whim. I'll go where the road takes me and see where I end up. Let's talk to Shannon. So far I've managed to cheese off 2 people. Shannon looks immersed in thought, but she hears your footsteps. What do you want, Eikon? I'm no match for you. Go suck up to Reet. She's been going on and on about the Eikon's duty of killing the Reapers. Leave me be. I won't open up for anyone. Even to the brave Palion? What do you care? Are you lining up? I mess around with whoever I want. Alright, who taught you to fight? Life taught me, Eikon. The bitch broke me over her knee so many times that finally I learned my lesson. Is it different with the Eikons? The Eikons trained to become warriors from childhood. Get ready, we're headed out soon. And Kendi. It seems that under different circumstances, the dark-skinned warrior might have been a decent commander. What are you staring at? Admit it. You could have managed on your own, but we made the job much easier. Seemed like you wouldn't have taken down the Reaper without Reed's help, though. What if this is indeed the reaping? I don't know much about these reapings. They say the first sign is an ulcer plague. So far the gods have been merciful, or nearly so. Never rely on another's mercy. If you want to come with me, hurry up. I'm setting out shortly. I got loyalty drops from 3 people. Ouch. Alright, well, off we go. Your next goal is the Triple Menhir, based on what Reed said. You hope it'll cure the redhead. She's losing her battle with the Reaper's curse.
Hey folks, Aaron here. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more, please hit the subscribe button, like it, all that stuff, and don't forget the alerts for when I post new videos. New videos go up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Central. Vlogs and gaming content. You can also find me at my blog, stickstoriesscotch.blogspot.com, my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/shadowcaster, and a lot of other writing over on Mariner's Rock. Hope you'll be back next time. Until then, remember, keep your knees in the breeze and the shiny side up. And now, I gotta ride.